Imagine waking up one morning to find the world eerily silent. You step outside, cars are frozen mid-motion, birds hang motionless in the sky, and not a single leaf moves. Time itself has come to a grinding halt for everyone except you. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if, somehow, the flow of time stopped for every living being on Earth except you? This is more than just a plot twist from a movie. It's a mind-bending thought experiment that stretches the limits of physics, consciousness, and the very nature of reality. In our everyday lives, time is like an invisible river that carries us forward. We don't feel it, we can't touch it, but we see its effects everywhere. Our hair grows, shadows shift, and seasons change. But what if that river suddenly froze solid and only you could walk across it? According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is not a constant. It's relative, flexible, and woven into the fabric of space itself. In extreme conditions, such as near a black hole or at the speed of light, time can warp, slow down, or theoretically even stop. But could it freeze for some and not for others? That's the paradox we're exploring today. Let's say time has indeed frozen for everyone else. The first thing you'd notice, besides the total silence, is that no other humans are reacting. No breathing, no blinking, no movement. Everything looks like a paused movie scene. But here's the kicker. If time has truly frozen for everyone but you, even air molecules would be still. That means sound wouldn't travel. You wouldn't hear anything. Breathing would become difficult or even impossible because your lungs need moving air molecules. And light? Light needs time to travel too. You wouldn't even see the world in real time anymore. Instead, everything around you might appear dim or oddly static, like a strange hologram hanging in midair. But let's imagine, somehow, that essential functions like breathing, seeing, and hearing continue for you. In that case, you'd be the only dynamic being in a static world. You could walk into a frozen grocery store, pick up items from midair, and stroll through traffic without consequence. But that momentary excitement would fade quickly. There would be no one to talk to, no music, no internet updates, no interaction at all. Every form of entertainment that depends on others would be gone. You'd be stuck in the world's longest pause button alone with your thoughts. Time isn't just a clock, it's the engine that powers everything. Biological processes, like plant growth, food decay, even your own digestion, all depend on time flowing. If you kept aging while everyone else didn't, your body would continue to metabolize food, your cells would continue to divide, and eventually, you'd grow older while the rest of the world remained exactly the same. In a way, it would be like fast-forwarding through life while everyone else was stuck on pause. Let's bring in a touch of quantum physics. Some interpretations of quantum theory suggest time is not a fundamental force, but an emergent property of entropy, the universe's tendency toward disorder. If entropy were to pause, time as we know it would cease. That means even the smallest particles would stop vibrating. Electrons would freeze in their orbits. Reality itself would halt on a subatomic level. Yet somehow, you're still moving. That would suggest you've become untethered from the physical laws of the universe, a walking anomaly. Perhaps you're stuck in a unique time bubble or isolated in your own timeline. And here's the truly terrifying part. How would you know if it's permanent? There's no way to measure the passage of time without clocks ticking or the sun rising. Seconds would feel like minutes, days like years. And you'd have no clue whether time will ever resume for the rest of the world. It's not just isolation, it's existential dread. Are you now a god among frozen statues? Or are you trapped in a personal purgatory? This also brings up the question of perception. If your brain processes time differently from the rest of the universe, are you actually moving through frozen time or just experiencing a different reality altogether? Could this be a hallucination? A glitch in consciousness? Or perhaps a breakdown in the simulation if we're living in one? If so, then your unique time experience might be the result of your character being rendered in real time while everything else is temporarily on pause. Now, if you're the only conscious being able to move, you might attempt to fix things. You might search for a hidden cause, an experimental lab, a mysterious artifact, Maybe even something cosmic like a temporal rift. But what if there's nothing to fix? What if this is your new permanent reality? The idea becomes not just a scenario of cosmic loneliness, but one of ethical and psychological torment. Would you accept this new reality? Or would you slowly unravel, knowing that your every second is spent watching a world that no longer responds? Let's get weirder. Suppose after years alone in frozen time, you finally trigger a restart. The world unfreezes, and to everyone else, only a millisecond passed. But for you, it's been a decade. You're older. You've seen things no one else can comprehend. You carry memories from a timeline that technically never existed. Would you tell others? Would they believe you? Or would you live with a truth so bizarre that no science, no religion, and no philosophy could fully explain it? This what if might seem like pure imagination, but it touches on very real questions physicists, philosophers, and futurists wrestle with. What is time, really? Can we manipulate it? Can it behave differently for individuals? And could consciousness itself ever become disconnected from the timeline of the universe? The idea of being the only person who time forgot is both fascinating and deeply unsettling. It reveals just how fragile and mysterious our grip on reality truly is. And now, if you enjoyed this journey through frozen time, don't forget to subscribe to Infinite If. We explore mind-blowing what-if scenarios like this every week. Hit that like button if you found yourself questioning reality, and share it with a friend who loves diving into the unknown. And remember, time is only real as long as you're there to feel it.